Equality.
So across the board.
So yeah, man.
Across the board.
Man. He had to hop on across the
posture.
border.
Kids
see
play
what the
with
fuck
the
was
kids.
going on.
Mine said hoodies now. Y'all
Fathers
coulda
playing
gave
with
me
the mothers.
fucking memo.
We talking about Martin Luther King out here spreading equality. That's how we started off this week's episode.
Do I work here?
Equality, man.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the StruggleHolics podcast, episode 84. Because last week we said 82 and it was really 83.
Did we say it? Oh,
Yeah.
I feel like
we did say the right. Did we?
No, we said 82. And then I went to go edit it and realized 82 was already uploaded. I'm like, oh, shit.
that's tough. We got it right, though. And we keep it tight.
We are your host, Clay Tizzle.
J Smooth.
Alisha.
Amondo.
Yeah, and I apologize about not having a video last week. I was cut out majority of the video. Didn't realize it until after when I went to go edit it. I'm like, oh, I'm not even in this. So, yeah, so that's the reason why we didn't have last week's video up. But it will be one this week.
Yeah.
We back up in this thing. Proper camera position.
And
The
we
struggle
got,
continues.
we got some good topics to hit. But Josh wanted to hit this specific one because the news broke today.
Yeah.
About Brittany Griner getting sentenced to 9 years in Russian prison.
Yeah. She got sentenced for people that don't know, she got sentenced for the cartridges that got weed in them, and she had them in her luggage when she was trying to get into Russia, and they found it and they investigated and they arrested her, and then that was in February, and then
Damn, it was that long ago?
Yeah.
I was about to say, how long has she been there now? 'Cause I think
February
she's been there a
7th,
minute.
I believe, was the day.
Because I was outraged about it's been this long and we really
It was
haven't heard about
186 days is to today.
So she's just been in jail this whole time?
Yes.
My God. A Russian jail? I don't even know what that
Right around the time Russia invaded Ukraine. Right around that time that started happening. And then
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was a bad time to really...
That literally the time it could not have been worse. And then in July, she pleaded guilty. And then that's when we were waiting for the verdict for how severe the punishment was going to be. I think the most they could have did was 10 years. And they sentenced her to 9.5 in penal warders or something like that, which I looked it up. It's not very nice. It's
like
9.5
years. So they basically gave her the 10 because she's been in there for half a year already. So
Giving her
the
time
max sentence,
served.
bro.
So basically what the reasoning is for why they're sentencing her and why they're going so heavy with it is to use it as leverage for the U.S. because they're trying to get Brittany Griner and I can't think of the other
Navy
guy's
SEAL.
name.
Oh, not Navy SEAL, but
It's
he's
Paul something.
Yeah, I can't think of his name for the life of me. I gotta look it up.
I know
But
he's military.
yeah, they're trying to get him and Brittany Griner and in exchange for one of the prisoners that we have here.
Yeah, he's an arms dealer.
Yeah.
He was
And
famous in Russia.
yeah, and they're basically trying to negotiate to get a way to get both of them back, which hopefully, they're able to execute. But
Russia's not going to let them go without getting dude back.
for
Hell
sure.
no.
But do you think they're going to trade both of them for him?
I think
they might.
well, obviously it's some
Because
shit
they
that
have...
they're not saying publicly that they want to. But straight up trade for that, because they wanted him before Brittany got arrested. We had him the whole time, and we wasn't giving him up. So then when Brittany got arrested and the Navy SEAL, they was like, oh, okay. Y'all want them home? They ain't going home. Give us said person, and y'all get y'all people back. But also, too, rumor has it Joe Biden's family has business in Ukraine or Russia or something like that. Like some shady business that they don't want them to know. And Putin don't like the Biden family, which is why he's really not trying to let them go. Where he was working with Trump, he put he was willing to work with Trump at least versus Biden. He's like, nah, you supplying my enemy, and you got business with my enemy. You think I'm about to just do favors for you? Nah, that's just a rumor. I don't know how true it is. So don't come for me.
No.
Don't come for me, government.
Shit, even earlier, you can tell him and Biden don't really fuck with each other.
Yeah, that man's literally saying, "Give me what I want," and I'm not taking anything.
Yeah, because
left.
Biden was talking real big at the beginning of the year. So.
Side note,
And this is he an ego nigga.
I know. Our laws, what she got arrested for is petty, but you in a different country trying to sneak some shit in. That's illegal there.
That has been one of my biggest like
Like
knocks
damn, nigga.
on
Like,
Brittany
it's the damn
Griner.
nigga
Like,
moment.
like
I
come
mean,
on now.
I look at it like, because compared to us, the way our laws are set up and how people get off on that shit all the time, we compare our lives and everything to how they live over there, where we can't do that. Over there, it could be a massive thing if you get caught with that. Hell, a lot of countries like that, if you get caught with weed, you're going down.
Yeah.
So the fact you're trying to sneak it into a country where because she played basketball overseas for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, she been going overseas.
So you know the laws. So why are you trying to sneak this shit in here?
Because she thought she was going to be able to get away with it.
Well,
everybody think they're gonna get away, and then once you get caught, you can't be trying to have people rally and say, "Oh, it was petty." Blah blah blah. Over here, it's petty. Over there, it's not. It's not as petty. You can't. I can't walk like what I do in my house. I can't walk in your crib, Mondo, and do the same exact thing and expect you to just accept it.
Exactly.
Like it's not.
I know the rules of the house.
No, without a doubt. And another thing that's really sad about it is not just that it is the law, like literally the law that you can't have it. And the excuse that she's trying to use is that I've been hearing, like she has a medical card in Arizona and like she's medical marijuana and that's why she would have had it. And it was an honest mistake.
I mean, you can have it in Arizona, but you out of the country.
I don't know how much I can really buy that.
My
honestly.
thing is
I'm sorry.
Was she? Because she said like it's a mistake. Like she didn't. I'm assuming she said like she didn't know that she had it in her bag. It wasn't like, oh, I forgot it was in there. It was like I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, was she like traveling from here to here and then just went over to Russia, or was this like, okay, guys, we're going to Russia for an allotted amount of time? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, so
was she like bouncing from back, boom, 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 like you know how like
no, they play a seasonal. So she played in the WNBA. They won that season over. A lot of the WNBA players go overseas to Russia and other countries to play because they get paid more over there.
Yeah,
so she was going to be there for a minute.
Yeah.
No, there's no way you didn't know that was in there. I'm sorry.
She goes there multiple like years.
Yeah, she went there for a couple years.
That's not something you just casually pack to go overseas. Yeah,
I mean, she might have gotten through multiple times.
And then that's another thing. Yeah, do other people get through with that? Is it just so happened because they picked? Like, was she singled out? Was this plotted?
And that's the big thing.
I think it was plotted for sure. I think she had it, but I think it was plotted because of what's going on with the war. Like the war had just started in Ukraine. We started supplying Poland to back Ukraine and everything. So that's making Russia already tilt their head up at us. So then now we got these these U.S. players coming to our country, and y'all got one of our dudes that we want. So we about to hold your people hostage.
And then not only that, do you think like if it was a bigger celebrity, would they be home already? Like I remember, they made the comment about the LeBron James thing. Do you think that this would be like the same? I know. I'm just saying
that they try to bring LeBron,
not him specifically.
Compare the same.
But I'm saying like a bigger celebrity. Like what if they took like what's his name was defender? Justin Bieber was defending her. If they took him over there, do you think it'd be the same energy?
Yeah.
Like they'd be like, oh,
Russia's different.
Russia's
different. If it was like Russia and China, they different.
No, I'm saying from our side, not from Russia's side. I'm saying like in the efforts to bring them back.
Yeah, I think it'd be the same. I think people are still trying to get Brittany Griner home.
Because some people feel like
the timing too.
Americans, not as like an everyday American, but like the political head figures, the Biden administration, whatever, are not doing what they all could be doing.
Well, the Biden administration have been doing shit, but besides putting us in another recession. And they literally went on Wikipedia and changed the definition of recession because it's coming up to midterm elections and they don't want to be known as we're in a recession right now. So they went on Wikipedia, changed the definition of what a recession
It could
is.
be this.
So that way you can't say that we're technically in a recession when we pull up a definition that says we're not.
What?
Hey, bro,
Y'all
no matter
niggas
what you
can't
change,
change
don't worry.
definitions of words.
We know what the fuck going on.
Yo,
We can look around and see what the fuck going on.
They're trying to Mandela affect us, bro.
Man,
What
they
the
really
hell?
trying to hit you with the Mandela effect.
Yo, they
telling you.
tried to sneak that motherfucker in there. That is wild.
It's because we're in a recession again. You know what's crazy? Like now that I'm like much older and I look back at it, I'm like, Trump really wasn't that bad of a president. As a president, he wasn't.
Do you think he would do something different
As far as what, getting her? I think he would have for
in
sure
the
got her
actions to
home.
bring her back?
Y'all didn't see he spoke on that.
Oh, did he?
He said, no, her ass need to stay over there.
Trump said that?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't
He
He
surprise me.
literally just had spoken like a couple days ago.
I ain't
She's
seen
a
him.
black LGBT
Yeah.
female. That does
She
not
said
surprise me.
She broke the law over there. You break the law, you know what happens.
I mean,
He likes to pick and
That's-
choose who
It's
he
not that
supports
he's
in
even-
America.
It's literally not that he's wrong, but it's like, damn. Like the punishment does not have to be that harsh. And
That's another thing. So this
we
is
can't
like,
tell them that
Yeah.
it can't be that hard.
is this
and
how would
I understand that.
how would like say one of their people left to America and came
99.
back into the country, to Russia, had the same situation? Like, would they? And this is their first offense. Never had any other offense.
It could.
Would that
Yeah.
be the same? Do you think they would get the same?
I believe so.
Depending on the
what's-
status
I believe so
of the
because
person.
Russia's their people, they're really disciplined over there.
Like, we don't know their justice system, so we can't be like, oh, that's not
No,
fair.
I bel-
Like, if,
I'll tell you what I do know. They got a 99% conviction rate.
and
really?
and I
Like,
also
yes.
God
and I
damn.
also know Russia.
Yeah. That's why
They're-
she
You
pleaded
bang your ass in
guilty.
these doors, you ain't
That's
leaving
why
out
she
the
just
door.
pleaded guilty. She said, "Man, fuck it, y'all
Russia-
gonna get me anyway."
Russia, their country they're all disciplined as fuck. Like they follow. I won't say they follow rules to a T, but whatever they have to follow, their whatever religion they practice or however they live their life, they follow it like strict as hell.
yeah, I don't know anything, so I wasn't sure if they were just over.
If Putin say don't do this and
Compensating.
y'all get caught doing it, everybody gonna be like, well, you shouldn't have been doing it.
And then who would pardon her if they did? Would it be Putin or would it be? I think now wouldn't it be?
Putin got
Probably
the
would
final
have to
say
be.
so.
Yeah.
Because
of
it's so
everything.
high now.
Yeah,
Putin got the final say so on whatever.
Wow.
yeah, man. I hope the mother, because there's definitely more. Like, I guess not now because the season's going, but like I hope any players that are going there again in the offseason that are from here, I hope it dies down before y'all really consider it because that shit is. Kinda
I just
scary.
hate
Please
that
don't
shit.
risk it, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
that's-
think I would want to go.
I wouldn't. Not right now. Not with the times like right now. I wouldn't.
Yeah,
What's the
that's-
name?
I'm good.
I hate that Brittany Griner's coach try to say if that was LeBron James, he would be home already. No, don't try to make this a man versus female thing.
I don't think she was saying
thing.
that. I think she meant like celebrities, like more like celebrity status.
No, because a lot of the WNBA players they like to compare their league to the NBA, and
Yeah.
they try to say like, oh, how unfair it is that the NBA players get paid significantly more.
I just can't sit like, okay, maybe not LeBron James. What if it was Tom Brady over there?
No, America would have broke their back to get Tom Brady.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I feel like the energy is just not there. I just feel like something is, they're saying, oh, we're doing everything in our power, but I truly don't believe.
No.
I think it will be probably.
And
more.
I'm not saying that they need to go over
no,
there guns a-blazing,
I
but
I
if
say-
Tom Brady was over there,
You
You would
ESPN
have-
every day.
you would have
The
straight up Americans gathering together
The
who
conspiracy
never
theory.
shot a gun before. We going over there.
The
We
conspiracy
getting my boy
theorists in
back.
And
me.
white boys going to get their time ready.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna be fucking buying jet planes with each other to fucking go over there. Gronk gonna be flying the fucking plane. Like, let's go, motherfuckers. We gonna go kill these. Like, what?
The conspiracy
Herman's gonna
theorist in
crash
me makes me think that there's some shadier shit going on behind that. It's not just because she had to weep him. There's
Oh, definitely
something
not.
between like the two powers here
There's yeah.
that they putting Brittany Griner at the forefront while they hide what they really arguing about
Yeah.
behind that.
Yeah, they're just
She a
trying to
pawn.
use it as leverage.
This is
So-
sad.
I don't think it's leverage. I just think like they don't. It's something that Russia wants or something that we want from them, and they not bringing it to the forefront to the public. They
They're
don't want us to
disgusting
know.
for sure.
They're just gonna say Brittany Griner. They're gonna put her up there like, oh, we doing everything in our power to get back. They want to swap people, but really, I think it's something else, like some type of business deal that they're trying to do behind closed doors. That's what I think.
I think so too.
Damn.
I agree.
Because if it was as simple as just exchanging people,
A body for a body.
I don't think it's that difficult.
But I really don't feel like
arms dealer too, though.
It is, but supposedly we got the strongest military. We could like
but it's the headache of having to go through that. Too,
I don't feel like
it's
Putin is a fan of Biden. Like,
No, he's not.
No, not at all.
So
He's not. That's why I said
I don't know how it would even work.
That's why I said the rumor has it that Biden has some business overseas that's with enemies of Putin, and that's why he's not willing to work with Biden. That's just from conspiracy theorists I heard on YouTube talk about. Like his family got some type of business, I think, in Poland or something like that, that they supply, and Putin don't like it. So like now we got one of your people, and you want to come ask me for it. It's like, no, why would I help you when you helping my enemy?
I also understand
That's
where
fair.
like they are coming from, because at the same time, like once again, we are in a recession. We are literally pandemic. This, inflation on an all-time high. So are you really about to just be like, all right, let's go to war? Like, are you really just about to, like, let's go to
that's what they
war
do.
with Russia?
That's normally what they do. Is start
Every
war.
decade we gotta go to war somewhere. Something
War
happens.
is money, big money,
Mm-hmm.
whole lot of money.
That's why I just keep constantly happening.
I'm saying that's like obviously the most drastic ending, but
Yeah. So what's the
Yeah.
next topic? Yeah, we got
we going to war anyways.
Yeah. Shit. Which one do we want to hit next? Do we want to talk about Will Smith right now, real quick?
We can if you want to knock it out.
Yeah, because I didn't hear about it.
Okay. So he did.
There's a 12-minute fucking apology.
Yeah. I watched the shortened version.
On what?
Him apologizing to Chris Rock and apologizing to all the nominees at the what was it, Emmys, Grammys? I don't fucking know what's too shit. I can't.
Oscars?
Oscars.
yeah.
I don't know the fucking difference because I don't watch none of that shit.
They're all the same.
Literally all the same. So apologizing to all the nominees at the Oscars and like Chris Rock and his mom and all that stuff about and like being very reflective and like all this stuff. This was like 6 days ago, but it was like right after we had did the podcast.
Yeah. Well, I think it came out Monday.
Well, what did he post it on?
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram.
He apologized and then he answered like a couple questions that people had famously asked. It was like,
Yeah.
why didn't you apologize to Chris when you did your acceptance speech?
Yeah.
And he was like, I was fogged out at that point. He was like, mentally I wasn't fully there. And which I could understand that because he was highly emotional after that shit happened and everything.
When you act out of pocket like that, you're not thinking fully.
Yeah, so I give him the benefit of the doubt that then he like, did Jada say something to you to make you go up there and do it? And he's like, no. He's like, what I went up there and did.
Nigga, them
He like, I did it all myself.
Them eyes said
everything.
everything, my nigga. That's cap.
She didn't say anything.
She had to
but
say
she said something.
He said he went up there on his own,
This shit alone, bro.
and then he apologized to her for like her getting dragged into it. And what else did he answer?
I pray you get set free, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, honestly.
I just pray my boy gets set free.
I was thinking,
Oh my
I was
God.
really thinking that when I was watching this. And honestly, I was feeling kind of sad. Like, sad for Will. Because of the situation that he was in and the
He did it
amount
to
of.
himself. I don't feel sad for niggas like that.
Like, and
Look,
like
that's why I said,
the
I just
amount
pray
of
you get set free,
pressure,
bro.
like the amount of pressure it takes to be Will Smith and to deal
He
with
did
all.
that to himself.
Like, yeah, you can say that to a degree, but damn, the internet be coming down hard on
I think
motherfuckers,
his
bro.
reaction was valid. It just was it was in the wrong situation. Like,
slapping a grown man is top 3 disrespectful things you can do.
no, I don't mean like slapping a man, obviously, but I mean like him getting upset and like having a reaction after all this time when everything that's been going on. He should have some kind of reaction. It was like the way it came out was bad though,
I don't
That's the
think
wrong person.
and the
Yeah.
wrong person. Agreed.
That's what
What
it is.
should have been at himself.
What Will
Like
Smith
if he
was
slapped
feeling-
somebody else, you know what I'm saying though?
No, if him smacking anybody like famous wise. Like Chris Rock and Will Smith, we know each other. Will Smith know a fuck ton of people in Hollywood.
Yeah.
You smacking them for making a little light joke. That's wrong. You smacking a nigga on the a nigga on the street that walk up to you like, yo, Will, like I heard Jada in another entanglement, blah blah. And you smack them. I completely get it. Mm-hmm. But you smacking like a coworker or somebody you cool with,
a comedian who is currently working in the room that you're in.
Yeah. That you've known and worked with for years.
And you know he talks about it in the same community every year.
Well, the amount of pressure Will Smith is under, I understand, but he also gave himself that squeaky clean image, which is why you can't come off as too perfect, because when that shield gets broken,
starts to crack.
Will Smith had said, he also said in that apology too, that one of his traumas that he grew up his whole life, he hates disappointing people or feeling like he failed people. He said that's something he eats away at him. And I get it. Like I understand that, but
and I think she used that shit against him.
He goes above and beyond to prove.
No cap, bro. She know that shit. Yeah. Come on, bro.
He goes above and beyond to really like try to please everybody. So he goes above and beyond to do that. You gotta stop doing that, nigga. You are in your. I think Will Smith is 50.
Yeah, he's up
or
there.
he close to that. You are 50. You gotta start living for yourself and stop trying to please everybody.
When you've been with somebody who's been probably using that shit against you the whole time, bro.
She has been
manipulating that.
And then your relationship is held to a different standard, so it's more of a reason to stay together because y'all no longer are just a couple for real. Y'all are business.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Will Smith really the business. She's just like kind of there.
Them as a couple is a business.
Mm-hmm. As a family.
Bro. Yeah.
They're the whole family.
As a family now.
The whole unit.
As a family now.
Yeah. Like they created the whole.
Like the couple was like here, but the family's like
Willow, Jada, and Will. They out here doing shit. What is Jada really?
Jada was right behind the camera, boy.
Don't
Hey, her little red table was blowing up. Okay,
she get her red table talking.
Her red table
talking.
Her red table blows up when she out there acting out of pocket on red.
No, she also has brought people on there who have acted out of pocket.
She still had a couple movies
in the
out
90s.
Here, like Girls.
And she had a couple.
The Girls Trip.
In the
Girl Trip. That was a good movie.
In the 90s, Jada was that bitch.
Yeah, so she's carrying it over.
She was amazing.
She don't got to do nothing
after the
else.
99 was over and came to 2000. She like, where'd Jada go?
She was a wife and a mother. What do you mean?
You know how many people are wives and mothers and still out here?
That don't mean maybe that was fulfilling for her.
She manipulated Will to make all the
money.
A wife,
a mother, and an adulterer.
She manipulated Will to make all the money.
You know, in the bio on Instagram, it'd be like, wife, mother.
Yeah, but wait, she could have been a stay-at-home mama. I don't fault her for that. Your husband,
she could have. The crazy part is that nobody believes that she not fucking Will Smith over. Everybody in the world believes she is toxic for this nigga. He's the only one that just like, and he knows better than everybody if she's toxic or not. But nobody in the world is believing. Like, she's public enemy number one.
No cap. By men?
Yeah. By everybody. Even the women just like, I can't stand her.
Everybody's roasting her.
Everybody do not like Jada Pinkett.
You just want to see that boy look G.
And honestly, that's what like keeps her shit alive because all that hate.
Will Smith and his eyes, you can see it in his eyes. Yeah. When he say like his wife didn't do it, look at the nigga eyes.
Well, also,
you can see the pain in it.
She didn't do anything after that slap. She didn't get up and leave. She didn't like look and like she just like stood there and was just like. Like, didn't even flinch.
Like
if my husband
gave her
did that,
silent approval. That's what that was.
Yeah, like it was like damn straight. Like if my husband did that, I'd be so embarrassed.
I know what happened.
Bitch, what?
Did she apologize to Chris Rock? I doubt it.
Aaron Yeager,
she did.
Aaron Yeager got in Will Smith's ear and told him to go up there and say that.
Oh God.
He's like, you just gonna let him talk about your wife like that?
From the past.
You need
or from the future went to the past.
You need to go up there and smack. Yeah. So after he did it,
put some respect on
that's
your
why Will Smith
name.
was crying. Will Smith was crying like Aaron's dad. He's like, all right, Aaron, what's next? And Aaron wasn't saying shit. So that's why he was crying. And Denzel Washington came over like, what's going on with you? Like, nigga, why'd you just snap? He like, I was all fogged out. Nigga, you wasn't fogged out. Aaron just told you to go out there and act out of
She didn't even try to like reprimand. Like, didn't even try to help the situation. She literally just sat there like, with the blank ass.
She loved toxicity.
Yeah, man.
Like, you're airing out your dirty laundry. Like, everyone suspected about them having cracks in their relationship. But not only that, she brought him to the red table.
They don't have cracks in their relationship.
Air it all out.
They don't have
She
cracks
was
in their
just like,
relationship.
come on to the
she
show.
don't
Like,
give
didn't
a
even
fuck,
flinch.
bro.
He's crying, holding back tears. And she's like, but we talked about it. We're working it out.
Public enemy
They
number
don't.
one.
Bitch, I know you're toxic.
They don't have cracks in their marriage. I don't know why people think they do. They don't.
Whatever.
She's controlling everything. The
They
moment
got cracks.
they'll have cracks in their relationship when Will Smith stands up for them.
They do have cracks, and it's showing him on the red table, him slapping Chris Rock. Those are the cracks starting to come through.
No,
This
that's
is
him.
Some of his
acting
posts
on
that
her.
he's been posting, if you look on like Instagram, the book that he wrote, there's some
Him getting out of
tea in
control
there.
is
Listen.
cracking, bro.
This shit.
That
He-
is
feel sorry
cracking.
for
What are you
that.
doing?
Man, listen.
He having cracks.
Will Smith
I don't
is
feel sorry
he's
for
doing
you.
a cry for help,
Me
but
either.
it's not a cracking. She's controlling that nigga.
Or this is the
Oh my
greatest
God.
acting that we have.
Oh,
ever
or they're
seen.
both fucking.
No.
They just
Or
want
this is
some
the
high-
greatest acting we have ever seen.
Will Smith is that great of an actor. Jada, not so much. But Will,
No, that she's playing who she is. Nigga,
Yeah.
she is playing
Ain't
the
no
fuck out of
She's
herself
like-
right now.
Toxic queen. Get into character.
She's playing the
I
fuck
didn't
out
say
of
he was
herself.
in control of the situation. I
It's
said
the
this
easy-
she could have be definitely in control, but
Yeah.
like
It's the
nigga
easiest
play that
role
role
to
like you
play.
been playing on the motherfucking cameras. Come on, it's time.
Toxic hoe. It's the easiest role you can ever fucking do.
Especially when that is who you is at
Especially-
the core.
all
Swear
right,
to God.
let's chill out before Will and them come after us now.
We all gonna get slapped. Bow Wow gonna burn the house down.
Yo.
Tell you, Bow Wow. he
Will
gonna-
Smith a legend though.
He
He a
is.
big legend.
He's a legend.
Will Smith is. I just feel bad because is Will Smith a simp?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I ain't even see him
Fuck yeah.
attempt to look at another woman or talk about another woman.
Well,
No, he had a thing with Margot Robbie.
Did y'all hear? Did y'all hear?
You never know.
With Margot Robbie.
No.
You never
Did
know.
y'all hear?
Yeah.
Did y'all hear when he was on Oprah years ago with Jada and his first baby mother,
Mm.
and they were talking about like their family or whatever. And Will Smith had said he was on a date with his first baby mama. He went to the bathroom at a restaurant they was at, and he was crying to the point he was throwing up because he knew he really wanted to be with Jada. I've never heard a nigga lie so
I want that or I don't want it at all.
I've never heard somebody tell that big of a lie about
Better
being
be
with somebody.
crying and throwing up, bro.
The extreme.
Alicia, stop
Bro, that's
the
how
cap.
you
Stop
be
the
that's
cap.
how
crying,
you know
spinning,
he was
throwing up.
already emotionally unstable, bro.
True.
Them are signs of
What is this
emotional
nigga
instability.
sign? Hold on.
That shit
Hold
is
on. It'll
fucking
say it
wild.
all.
Come on now.
I mean,
Will
all right,
Smith-
we gotta put some respect
You
on
can
Will,
still
though. We
want
gotta
you can,
talk.
but you ain't
He's
got to go
a
bathroom,
Libra.
cry, and throw up.
You hear that, Mama Adams? Shout out to her. He's a Libra, and so are
Shout out
you.
Mama
He
Adams.
cried and-
It says what it needs to
that's
say.
extra emotional though. Like,
That's extra emotional if it's true. But secondly, I don't believe it's true. That's the biggest fucking cap I'm ever. You on a date with your first baby mom, you go in the
No.
bathroom crying because like I knew I had
I don't
to
know
be
about the
with Jada.
throwing up,
Like,
but
you
he
ain't even-
definitely was hurting.
Man, he probably thought
He
about
probably-
that after he hit that thing.
He
like,
probably
damn, I
was.
really
He
still
probably
do
was
want
thinking
that.
about it. Jada put that witch pussy on him.
Bro,
Listen, that's when he hit it. He's like, "Yeah, this ain't that Jada. I'm mad.
Yeah,
Jada do that one thing. You don't do that one thing. That's why we want to get
That
along
I
the first
understand.
time.
That I understand. But
Dog.
you go into a public
And
restroom and
she's
start
a
bawling.
Virgo.
Big Virgo energy around this. Hey, look here, Jack.
She's a,
you
I see it.
now he condoning the behavior.
I've learned everything I need to know.
Went from public enemy
No.
number one to
No.
fanboy just like that.
Either you being
I didn't even have to try to Google that. I coulda guessed
There's
that.
only two things going on.
But a female Virgo though.
Speaking of
Yeah, they kinda crazy.
female shit, we got to talk about Deshaun Watson. Whole
Oh
case
my
going on.
god, yeah, him and getting massages with
Total 60 different women, but the amount of women that filed a case against him was 24.
He needs to be done.
yeah, somewhere in
That's what I
in
wanted
the
to talk about because I
20s.
want to get Alicia's.
No, he
I
needs to be
think.
done. There's literally no discussion. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
It apparently of non-violent sexual misconduct
yeah. So he wasn't criminally charged
because
on
the
the
courts
federal
couldn't.
level.
Yeah, the courts couldn't find anything saying that he did, and all the women have said like he didn't force himself on them, or he didn't really like come fuck me like force
So
him
he
to.
asked without the form of seduction.
He asked them. He asked them. They
into it.
felt pressured to do it. Type.
Right. And
Type
doing
deal.
things like wearing smaller towels, like you know how they usually wear like the bigger ones that are draped
Yeah.
over you. He wearing
And they're
like a
all
small towel.
masseuse.
They were like Instagram, like hot chicks on Instagram that were like trying to start businesses, like give massages. So Deshaun Watson was hitting them up, like, "Yo,
Yeah, he like I want to try you out.
I want to try it out.
Basically.
Blah blah. Set it up with a
Like
hotel.
they had the DMs and stuff,
yeah,
Yeah.
all that
the
shit.
receipts.
And then 4 of them
But he-
testified in court.
Yeah, he settled with 20 women, and 4 of them he didn't settle with.
So what did he do? He just paid them all out.
Yeah.
No,
At that
that's
point,
sickening.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Out of 60
on the
60
opposite
women
side
though,
of this.
they asked all like 60 women, like only 24 of them was like, yeah, he did some out of pocket shit. Everybody else like, no, we wanted to do that. Like we knew what it was, type deal.
But they just wanted to get some money.
He did not force himself on you. That's the whole thing.
So what?
Here. If he did, he's like he asked, and they was uncomfortable with him asking him.
Yeah, and they felt pressured to do it. And like it
NFL player,
but it was times they
quarterback for the Houston Texans.
No, it was
You gonna
a lot
hold
of
that
pressure.
against me? My accomplishment.
But-
You gonna hold that against me?
it was times women came in there and then he was like already completely naked. His dick is already out, and they're like, "Whoa, like whoa, I didn't expect this or whatever." But then they still went through with it, and they felt
So
like
they went through with what? Like they had sex?
had sex or whatever he asked for.
Yeah.
It's hard to listen. If he's not forcing you, like really putting his hands and stuff on you, I really don't know, bro.
But basically,
If
he
you're
got
settling for the money, shame
Exactly.
on you.
Like just
Shame
say that
on
part.
you.
no.
Say you just wanted the
So-
money.
So
and
were the
you
other women
didn't have
aware
other
of the
choice,
other
but
women?
don't do
Like
that.
they knew
Say,
there was,
nah.
and you're just gonna
Yeah.
take
So
the
It was a
money?
class action
wait.
suit.
So
So they all
it went to
together.
2 grand juries, and they all found no criminal action done. So he was not getting charged criminally. So then it became civil cases.
Which is pretty much money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he, like a lot of, I assume some of the women figured they probably wouldn't win. So they just took whatever settlement money that they can get. And the last 4 is like, nah.
And so what? He only got suspended for a couple games, or
So
what?
the NFL hired a third party. The NFL Player Association, NFL owners, they basically came together and agreed that the commissioner shouldn't be the judge, jury, and executioner of what happens. Because everybody's like, that's unfair for him to have that much power. So they hired a third party, like a former judge, to basically handle said situations.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever ruling the judge pick, the Players Association and NFL owners can basically, and the commissioner could basically be like, we agree with that ruling, or we're going to appeal that. So this is the first ever like really big case with the NFL dealing wise.
Literally
and
the first time since they put that rule in place.
she said she couldn't find any criminal act done, and it was nonviolent cases, like basically meaning he didn't do any like violence to them or force them, like physically force at least. So she basically just went off how the NFL suspended everybody else for cases, and like 6 games you're getting suspended for. So everybody, I feel like the media is trying to drag Deshaun Watson down more, because the way that they just keep bringing up the topic, and everybody just like, he needs to be suspended for more. There's no way the NFL should let this shit go. Blah blah. The NFL had 3 days to appeal it.
I'm already coming down because I was like, he needs to be down. But
then they
where's the evidence? That sounds bad.
They haven't really released like
All the
fine
text messages,
details of shit.
Yeah, but they have evidence like confirming.
Yeah, the judge had a 15-page whole fucking breakdown of like everything that happened between like these 4 women and Deshaun Watson. And the judge, like, you're going to be suspended for 6 games. And if you're going to use any masseuse, the team has to appoint the masseuse. It's in the
they have
team.
to be.
But I'm saying, like, where's the evidence? As
team.
in, so they're just going off of. This sounds really bad. Please don't prosecute me. What these girls are saying.
It's basically he said versus she said versus she said and she said and she said all the way up to 24.
Yeah,
because as a
using
judge
that as
looking
leverage.
But then again, too, you got to look like he did it with 60 women.
Yeah, like it's a pattern.
And
I think he should have some.
So if it's 60 women, 24 came, like at least a good 40 to 35 to 40 women didn't come forward.
And has he ever been in trouble before, or is
No,
this
he
like the
had a
first
clean-
random?
He had
lineup?
a
First one.
He
clean
was
record.
clean slate until he wanted to trade.
Because if I'm looking at this from a judge standpoint,
But
Yes.
here's a conspiracy theory with that, though.
how
as soon
can
as they
you?
wanted to be traded.
Here's a conspiracy
It's
theory
Yeah.
with that.
literally been happening in the NFL
Because-
with everybody.
Here's a conspiracy theorist with that. The women allegedly wanted to file cases before, and they never could because they couldn't afford to file cases. That's what some people say. But the judge that took the case is basically next door neighbors. He lives 400 yards away from the owner of the Texans. So when Deshaun Watson didn't want to join the team, he just signed a new contract, and he was pissed at the Texans because the Texans said, like, when we hire a new coach, we gonna fill you in. We ain't gonna make no moves without filling you in. He said, okay, cool. They started filling in. They started doing shit that they said they started doing shit they said they wouldn't do. He didn't like it, so he said, I'm demanding a trade. I'm not gonna play for you. I'm not showing up to camp. And they had to pay him all the guaranteed money still, even though he demanded a trade. He's like, I'm not coming. A couple weeks after he demanded a trade, all of a sudden this lawyer who's basically next door neighbors with the owner of the team said, oh, these two women came out and said Deshaun Watson sexually assaulted them. And then people are just like, this is like, nah, they just trying to get money out of him. Then the next day, a couple more women came out. It's like, God damn, all right. Then a couple days later, some more women came out. It's like, damn. And then it got up to the point to where now it's 24 and just like, Jesus. Now you can't really say.
But to be honest, yeah, because like obviously y'all know me, I fucking hate the NFL administration. I think they're full of shit. I think they fucking sweep things on they're like a mob essentially. Yeah. So how do you know that they like the Texans? I'm really not trying to discredit these women because maybe they really do. You know what I'm saying? I understand. How do you know they didn't get together and they were like, let's get some Instagram models, DM, hey, want to make some money? We all gonna get together in this suit.
Easy.
No,
nowadays, bro.
So here's the crazier part.
All is out here.
Everywhere he got a massage at, the Texans set up the hotel room for him to go. It was a team.
These were in hotel rooms?
Yeah, because it's certain. No, look. So it's certain hotels specifically for the teams.
Yeah.
So the team players can go there and nobody else is there but players from the NFL, from away teams or home teams or whatever. So whenever Deshaun Watson wanted,
yeah, that makes sense.
Whenever Deshaun Watson wanted a massage, they set him up with a room at said place at the hotel, so the women would come there to do it. So Texans already got the information of these women if they need to get in contact with them. So the owner got the contact of these women. The lawyer that's defending all 24 of these women is next door neighbors with the owner as well. The owner is, to a lot of people, racist. A lot of people don't like the Texans owner because they came out and said some racist shit. So this black young quarterback don't want to play for you, and you got to pay him millions of dollars guaranteed, and he said he's not coming. What can we do to bring him down?
And he's a promising star.
Yeah, what can we do to bring him down? Because now he's taking my money, and we're losing one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
You got to do something, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So let's get all these women.
On the other chance, on the other car, he could have just did all this and been a horrible person.
He could have. I'm not trying to discredit these women either, but I'm just saying this is how deep the rabbit hole goes. Like, your next door neighbor is the one lawyer that's defending 24 different women. And the reason why I feel like ESPN and everybody's trying to drag Deshaun Watson down, they brought the lawyer after the NFL came after the judge came out and said 6 games or whatever. They had everybody on the ESPN talking about it, basically saying it needs to be more games. They can't just let this 6 games slide, blah, blah, blah.
It needs to be double.
But then y'all bring on the lawyer that's defending these women to tell their side of the story, but y'all don't bring on Deshaun Watson's lawyer to at least defend him and let people come to an actual judgment of what happened.
Yeah.
Y'all just basically dragging his name through the mud more.
So did he make any statements or things like that?
He said he's innocent during the whole thing. Like, he's admitted to like, this happened. But like, one of the women said she left crying from the situation. And Deshaun Watson, like, yes, she did leave crying. He's like, but I checked on her before she left. And he has text message proof. Like, I checked on her to make sure she was good. And he said after she left, and he apologized again once she left, she basically to him was saying like, it's all good. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cry, blah, blah. He's like, well, I'm looking forward to like work in the future if you want to still. Like, so in his mind, he thought everything was squared away. But this woman's like, nah.
I was going to say, I believe 2 things can be true. I believe these women's stories could definitely be true because none of them said that he actually tried to force himself on them. It's basically like they felt pressure to do it.
I feel like...
And it definitely could be set up.
Like, I would have to literally read everything overall.
I feel like some of the women for sure felt pressure to do it, and they did it. They did it like reluctantly, but I also believe that the Texans, I believe the Texans really put all this shit together to slander his name and tarnish his name.
Yeah,
it would have surprised me.
They set him up for it, and he fell for it.
And the reason why the NFL is making Deshaun Watson want to suspend him for the whole season. one, they want him to spend more money because the Browns set him up with a contract of getting paid bare minimum this year. So that way, when he's suspended, that
only $1 million.
Yeah, only $1 million is going to be gone out of 230 guaranteed. The owners in the NFL are already pissed at the Browns because they guarantee him the full contract. Because they're like, now players are going to want that from us. So they're already pissed at the Browns. So that's why I feel like the owners
they want the hammer.
Yeah, they want him suspended for a full year because y'all fucked us over doing that.
Yeah.
They're completely going to change the way that contracts are made. And all them quarterbacks want 100% guaranteed money.
Hell yeah. And then I think they trying to, because the
salary
NBA
cap.
going on, how motherfuckers just forcing their way around.
Yeah.
They showing them, hey,
But
we got y'all. Don't try that nigga shit over here.
Here's the shittier
Keep
part.
that shit in the
Don't try that
NBA.
nigga shit.
Keep that shit in the NBA.
Here's the shittier part too. They dragging this Deshaun Watson case all this long time, but meanwhile, the fucking Texans owner, the Miami Dolphins owner, got just basically he was tampering with Tom Brady for 2 years, trying to get Tom Brady to join their team and trying to get Sean Payton before he retired to come coach for them. Tampering, and he was trying to pay Brian Flores to tank games so he can get Tua, and he was willing to pay him $100,000 per game he forfeited basically, or quit.
This is making it hard for me to watch football.
So, the tanking thing was confirmed, but
the tanking thing was confirmed. But as far as him trying to pay him, but for him trying to pay Brian Flores to throw games was not confirmed because Brian Flores didn't take the money.
Yeah, and then what he was saying too, it was something along the lines of like with Stephen Ross. Well, 2020 draft picks are more important than winning 2019 games. And basically it like coming from the owner and what it's supposed to represent like to the rest of the organization, because that's literally the top down and it's setting a precedent that like for losing.
And you're basically not supposed to tarnish the brand of the NFL. That's what they're saying. So
like openly.
But here's the thing: the owners doing shit like that, they're supposed to lose their team because you're tarnishing a brand. You're trying to pay your coach to throw games so you get better as a club. But instead of them making him lose his team, he gets fined $1.5 million, and he can't go to games till October 15th or something like that.
Yeah. But
so you basically telling him to pay $5 to a billionaire. I got to give up $1.5 million. That's what I get. That's what I pay in taxes.
And if it was really important, the other owners will enforce it. But the other owners go along with it
because
they know they might have to do this.
It's hard to really.
The commissioner, he comes down with the ruling, but the commissioner works for the owner.
That's what I'm finna say. So he works for them.
Yeah. So how can I hold you accountable to shit when you're my boss? I can't really hold you accountable to shit when you're the one that can technically fire.
That's like a supervisor in charge of the CEO. Man, you sit your ass down real quick. We got some real shit going on over here.
It's all corrupted, man.
That's where that shit going on.
Yeah, it's such a weird way to operate an organization.
It's crazy to think of how little details of shit you put together through all these fucking stories between Brittany Griner, the whole NFL, Deshaun Watson shit.
Yeah.
I wanted to get Alisha's opinion on that whole Deshaun Watson thing because her being a woman. I wanted
Yeah. Wait, really quick. I heard this question get asked after like the Stephen Ross thing came out. Do you feel Brian Flores has been vindicated? Like, do you feel he's finally been I can't think of the word, but basically justified?
No, not at all.
I feel the same way. I feel the same way, honestly.
He was one of the best coaches. They fired him simply because he refused to tank games. He wanted to win because in the NFL, when you're a black coach and you get that one chance to coach, if you are not good and you lose that job, you might as well be able to kiss your head coaching job goodbye. It's hard to get another one.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to start out losing, and then what if we never win?
Exactly.
Like you're trying to make something of yourself.
He was a good coach.
He was a good coach.
And I believe there is some validity to his racist statements about the NFL.
Agree. 100%.
I feel like he'll be validated if he gets another head coaching job to me. after this.
They won't give him one because he tried to sue him for racism. He ain't getting another one.
No one's gonna hire him.
They fucking hell. The Texans hired a black coach simply because
they had to.
There was I want to say there was 10 teams, 10 to 12 teams that needed a coach this season, and I want to say 8 out of the 10 teams didn't hire a black dude. And the Texans finally was like the last team to hire one, so they just hurried up and hired this one dude.
And they were like, "We're tired of being the racist ones."
And they gonna fire that man.
They already was looked
years.
at as being racist.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. They were like, "We're tired of being racist. Let's just hire a black coach. It'll work out.
Hey, be who you are, man.
It'll be smooth."
If people gonna fuck with you, they gonna fuck with you.
This makes it hard to watch football because more and more stuff just keeps coming on. I'm like, y'all sick.
People still gonna tune in every Sunday, though.
That's me.
Football is a religion. Football is a religion.
It's a cult, low key.
Until
NFL is a cult.
Until the players go to another.
I feel bad for
another, like league or something. NFL is still gonna be here
for like the actual. You know what I'm saying? Like legit wholesome like players that are like just coming out every day, just trying to like.
Oh, the players don't know
You
shit.
know?
It could be the coaches just calling bullshit plays.
No, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying in general, like the ones that are like, that's their dream and then they make it and then they realize, this is just fucking money and corruption.
The real ones know what's going on. Once you get in there, you see this shit a business. They treat you like it's a business.
Yeah. Like you're a product.
Well, while we're still talking about sports, I kind of want to hit the Special Olympics. I saw you bring up this topic.
Oh my God.
Question was that, have you ever watched anything about the Special Olympics and tried not to like cringe watching it?
I laugh. I get my ass in.
Bro.
I cheer for them though.
I think we'd be lying
because they be locked in.
I think we'd be lying if we was
like
we didn't laugh at it a little bit.
No.
I'm not gonna lie. I've never really watched it before, but I feel like if I did, I would be very entertained, and not just from it being like entertaining in a funny way, but in like actually the spirit of competition. Because I really fuck with that shit no matter what the fuck going on.
I got this idea from a comedian. Like he brought it up in one of his stand-ups or whatever. I'm like, I wonder if I could ask that like on a podcast and see like how people
especially ours
really judge it. Because somebody like called it like, watch them do the 10-yard stumble when they really trying to run 10-yard dash, the 10-yard stumble. They like the gun go off and 3 of them drop to the ground because the gun scared them. One of them running the wrong way.
See, I used to think like
if that shit happened, like if you was watching that shit on TV, and would you expect people not to laugh at that?
No, but like, so I worked for like a Special Olympics in high school, like they had. And I don't know. I just found like a new appreciation for them because they really do try.
That's what I'm
saying.
They do. I appreciate
So I just got over. Like I started off like obviously as everyone does, you start off laughing or like making a joke, which is so horrible. I'm sorry, but then like towards the end, I got like a little emotional because I was like, oh my God, like they are taking this like legit. Like the coaches are yelling, the parents are yelling. I'm like, oh,
this shit real for them.
This is better than the real sports. You know what I'm saying? Or
you can appreciate. You can appreciate the effort. It's like watching little kids. You can watch like little kids play sports. You can enjoy watching them. But like if you watch little kids play soccer and they just run around the field just trying to kick it, you just see their little legs going trying to kick the ball.
And you're like, look at them. They trying.
It's hilarious. Parents be cracking the fuck up, but they be loving it.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. Like you looking at them do it. Like clearly you're not laughing at them having a disability.
Yeah, no.
But it's like
some of the shit you're doing. Sometimes it just
it's like watching it. It's like watching the kid. It's like watching the kid play fucking soccer. Watching little 5-year-olds run around. One of the kids running the complete opposite way when everybody else going to the ball. You laughing, but it's like they trying their ass off.
Yeah. I fuck with the fact they got
some
disabilities.
Of them was balling though.
It's not allowing them to hold them back.
Some of them was balling a little bit.
I appreciate them more than some of these lazy ass motherfuckers who won't get off their ass now.
For real. When was the Special Olympics?
I'm gonna say I think it happens every time the Olympics is going on.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start watching that instead.
No, I'm gonna watch the regular Olympics.
No, I watched this video, right? I watched this video on YouTube. I want to say I watched it yesterday, where it was basically like women trying to say they can do everything a man can do. So then they start watching these clips
I'm not gonna comment.
of like, no, they start watching men versus women in sports. When I tell you that the men were fucking, like, it was unfair. Like, they did a practice drill where like a woman was in football pass and a man was in football pass. And you know, when the coach blow the whistle, y'all try to like, y'all would just run into each other, see who knock each other over. Dude did that with a woman, smoked her ass to the point to where the other dudes there jumped on him like, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
Hey, Jack.
Then it was one like
You
where
lined up. You lined up.
Hey,
Don't line up.
the one that had me dying laughing,
Shit.
it's fucked up is because
Don't do
like
that.
I want to say it was like in the military, not our military, but it was in a military where the woman joined and she put on like a headpiece and gloves and they're like, okay, pick who you want to fight between men and women. Like, go ahead and pick who you want to fight. She chose the short dude because she thought she'd be able to handle it. When I tell you that, when I tell you the short dude was beating the brakes off her ass, and they put it in slow motion, so it fucked it up even more. And I'm trying not to laugh, but the shit was hilarious seeing it. And then like
everybody need to stay in their own lane, man.
Then it was like it was the track meet.
What?
But it was a track race. It was a track race to where it was like between men and women, and it was at one point where the man was racing against women. He was like smoking them. I'm talking about like the women just now get past the baton. He's almost around the first curve to hand the baton off to the woman to finish off the race. So he give it to her. She goes to finish off the race. By the time she's halfway down the track, the other women finally give it to the dudes who raced them. They ran the track and smoked her ass. She lost. Like it was fucked up to see.
That's so tough. It
was fucked up to see, but it was also hilarious just like watching it, just seeing, because like you see as watching like the track race, for example, watching them run, I'm like, there's no way in hell that she too far ahead. There's no way in hell they're gonna catch up to her. When I tell you, them niggas made it look like a little kid was running, and they hawked and caught her ass and passed her.
Listen, physically we're superior. Mentally, they are superior. I'll give them
Okay,
that.
period. I'll take it.
And we need to stay in our lanes. That's all I be saying.
I just hate
Women just don't stick together for real. That's why they can't overcome us. That's the real. That's the real.
Valid points.
That's the real. That's the real.
Obviously,
thing.
I like to hang out with guys.
I mean, I look at it like the WNBA whole debate. Now that shit pissed me off is when people blindly say the WNBA should get paid as much as the NBA players.
I think they should. Why shouldn't they?
Revenue wise, annually per season, the WNBA they bring in about $8 million as a whole season. They bring in $8 million. The NBA brings in. They bring in over $1 billion. They bring in like $6 billion.
Maybe not actual figures, but percentage wise.
They get the percentage wise. Like the WNBA, the NBA gives the
like, are they getting the same percentage of the revenue that the NBA players are getting?
Yeah,
it's just that I didn't mean like the exact figures.
No, people think they should get paid the exact same amount.
Wait a minute.
No, I didn't mean that.
Because like the NBA gives the WNBA $10 million per season to help they league go, but the WNBA don't even make that $10 million back.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and revenue. And then people try to compare like Sue Bird and LeBron James. Like they both been in the league 20 years. They both got 4 championships. They both basically the stats kind of matching up, and then they were like Sue Bird got paid $220 million
people
for a season.
People aren't watching women's basketball. I'm sorry.
Women aren't watching women basketball. Once again, women don't support
1,000%.
women because of women. They don't need men to watch women basketball. You need women to watch women basketball, and then it would just be.
Why would we want to watch that? We want to watch men basketball. At least we can look at cute.
Women don't even watch.
All right, then don't complain.
Most women
don't get paid the same.
No, yeah, I think percentage wise for sure, but like
most women don't
100%.
even watch regular basketball. So now you ask them to watch women's basketball, they're not gonna watch it
for sure. Like there's literally no interest.
Also, my granddaddy be watching. I watch it with him.
I can get down with that.
It'd be cool.
It's like you're trying
Definitely
to
college. I watched that college.
No, women watch like Keeping Up the Kardashians, Real Housewives. Like they watch the shows that has drama in it. That's more catered to women, and women go watch that. That's why they get paid millions of dollars to keep shooting these seasons, compared to the WNBA players who out there busting their ass, grinding, playing a sport that they love. But a lot of women don't watch that.
Agree. Fully.
That's 100%.
Like you can't get but you can't get mad at the NBA players. They're mad, and the NBA. They have been trying their ass off to get the WNBA.
Yeah, they've been trying to give them exposure.
The players.
But they give them $10 million a year to keep their season going. They try to push the TV networks to put more of their games on. They try to give them more advertisements.
Even during the playoffs, like they was saying, watch the WNBA.
I would say, I don't know what it is, because like even the college, like more people watch the college women's basketball more than
UConn and them fucking people.
More than the I don't know if it's just like maybe from my take as a woman, I feel like excuse me, the college is like more relatable, if that makes
college
sense.
Atmosphere,
or more
college atmosphere is just
because that could be somebody's, like daughter or like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just more relatable, or like more. I follow a couple of college ones on TikTok or Instagram. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then I feel like it's more hype, essentially
playing a sport
like
that
the
they
hometowns
love.
rally a little more.
Yeah.
Oh. Without
it's because it's the college campus,
Yeah.
College
WNBA, they're like, good for you. You're living your dream. You're playing basketball at a professional
You don't have a community that's already
unless you're really in it.
Catered to this organization. You literally are living in with a college. You're living in a community that's catered to an organization already.
Agreed. Yes. Or like women in the Olympics. Like people get down for that. They be watching that shit. All kinds of.
I'm not saying women's.
Stuff.
I'm not
women Olympics.
I'm not trying to say women's sports are like
no,
bad.
but WNBA. Nobody watching that shit.
I'm just trying to make sure our listeners don't think that we out here just bashing women's sports.
No, not at all.
Like
hell no.
But like
they know I would not stand for that.
WNBA just don't garner anything like that. But like women's soccer. Women's tennis, like hell, women in the UFC, like they garner views.
Or WWE or like stuff like that. Like merchandise, what's marketable. Like the WNBA don't have that. Maybe with Brittany Griner, bring it home. Maybe you might have a little bit.
A lot of women don't watch. A lot of women just don't watch sports that often.
Yeah.
So you can't really be mad at people.
And if they do, the bottom of the line is WNBA. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and like so many other sports, I feel like are pushed for younger girls growing up, like soccer and shit. Mm-hmm. And it's they can see themselves like soccer, softball, shit like that. And
even football, it's like a cultural thing.
You saying soccer just made me think because it was a compilation video I was watching yesterday, and it was a pro women's soccer team versus a team of 60-year-old men that used to play soccer. The 60-year-old men was whooping their ass. It was just like unfair watching like how men are just beating their ass.
No,
it was fucking crazy.
Soccer is fully like an experienced sport. Like the longer that you've been playing, the more comfortable you're going to be, and the more it just is.
Watching that video didn't help either because I was watching like it popped up on my timeline and it was like people doing a reaction video to the shit. Mm-hmm. So I'm watching them watch this shit and they cracking the fuck up. So them laughing is making me laugh. So I'm just sitting there dying laughing at the shit. But when I seen the 6-year-old men against these women, I'm like, there's no way in hell these 6-year-old men they was dogging their ass.
Like soccer is not, it is a little bit of athleticism because like when I used to do indoor soccer, like obviously, you know, it's all different ages range type. So it doesn't matter. Like we would bring like 18-year-olds and there's like 40-year-olds whooping these 18-year-olds as like walking around doing all. It's really experience based. Like
soccer players, their cardio is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Y'all cardio.
That's one of the most taxing sports.
Oh, without question.
Indeed.
Man, I used to watch them soccer players
and like technical work, like you really got to know what you're doing or you're going to get that ball
use my hands.
You fuck around rolling ankle out there.
It's hard.
Man,
I can't use my hands either.
They put our best distance runners on the track team in high school to fucking shame.
Like, I used to run against the track just for fun.
Distance runners used to
soccer.
Like they going all through neighborhoods around like entire cul-de-sacs.
Cross country. I wanted to do that shit when I was in middle school.
No, them soccer players run more than that.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Harder than
when
that.
You're going back and forth.
Yeah. Them soccer players, them motherfuckers run.
On them real fields, them bitches biggies. Man.
Like
it be
and
raining,
they have to run extremely hard, like putting a lot of fucking effort in
the elements
a lot of the time.
Yes.
That's true. Because there's a huge difference between running indoors and running outdoors.
True.
That air hit different.
I love outdoor run.
I do too.
I don't. Josh ran with me one time, nigga. I was about to die on that track.
Yo, too much fresh air.
I pushed myself. I pushed myself so fucking hard to the point you ever be breathing and feel like your rib is stabbing you.
Yeah.
I told Josh, I'm like, every breath I'm taking, it feel like I'm being stabbed right now.
Breath I take, move out.
It was bad. It was bad that day. I felt like I was about to die. I'm like, dog, I'm getting shanked by somebody.
I was about to die.
Yeah, man.
But then I used to run a mile on a treadmill. So I'm thinking that's when I
It's
basically learned.
not equivalent.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not, bro.
It's not. That's
that track
you
shit
got.
is different.
You run on that track, you're like, God damn, like
This
this.
grind
You're
hard as
like-
hell.
Or you be like, yeah, I'm a runner. I'm a track star. Get you out as soon as you get outside after that first half a mile. You're like, well, maybe not.
Because it hit
Maybe I
different.
should just go back home.
Then
Yeah,
shit, when
like
you get off
I would
that
start
treadmill,
rubbing my legs and my knees, bro. I'm like,
Yo, your
You're
legs
sweating.
burn, like
Yeah.
God damn.
You get off that treadmill,
well,
you
feeling
feel
them
like you're still
motherfuckers
on there.
collide with the ground.
People watching you.
Hey, it was
Looking
people
at you.
Hey, it was people at the track
They're
too.
for
Yeah,
sure
I'm
watching
sitting
you.
there.
Like, look at this
they
nigga.
were doing like that yoga class or some shit. Like they're
Oh,
bro, they were
God.
doing that shit like every day. It felt like.
Bro, it was some cute girls there and everything. I'm like,
Oh,
They doing a downward
I
dog,
can't
looking in
embarrass
between their legs,
myself.
like this nigga over here tired as hell already.
Josh pushing himself.
no
out.
stamina. None. No stamina.
I'm literally holding my side shit like I'm getting so.
fucking dead.
That's gonna do it for this week.
I'm done.
No stamina, man.
None. That's what I'm gonna start doing.
What y'all mean? I got hella stamina. You better ask about me. It's like, nah.
Them honey bags, man. The honey bags.
Y'all got any encouraging words for the listener? Keep y'all stamina up. That's one.
Stamina.
Honestly, I was about to say that shit.
Hold on, let me think.
Wait, Josh, speaking to it again?
Speaking to
Okay, cool. I thought your mic was off. I'm like, oh shit.
Everybody stay in your own lanes. That's mine.
That's one.
Damn.
Stay in your lanes, man. You can look over in the other lane to see what's going on, but go ahead, stay in that lane.
Alisha, Josh, y'all got one?
Take a day off
Like,
or two. You deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Treat yourself.
treat yourself right
Don't beat yourself.
and get out of your toxic relationship.
Yeah. And
Who is this for?
Will Smith.
I was about to say,
gonna say Will Smith?
I was about to say,
About you, my brother.
I was about to say,
At least you're personable like
Me
that.
grabbing my Corona.
hey, I was about to say, and F Jada Pinkett. That was going to wait how it's going to end it off. Josh basically got it.
You pray you get set free, my brother.
All right, y'all, let's go do it. I'm Clay Tizzle.
I'm Jay Smooth.
Alisha.
And Mondo.
Signing out. Peace.
Yeah.